concerns that veterans in Massachusetts are not being treated equally when it comes to getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
A local veteran service officer is sounding the alarm, saying vets in Boston have far better access than those here in Western Mass. He spoke exclusively to Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo, and she joins us now live with more. Audrey?
This veteran service officer says his biggest concern is what he calls the lack of equality when it comes to veterans able to get the vaccine in Western Mass versus Eastern Mass. If you're a veteran served by the VA Boston healthcare system, your Facebook feed probably looks like this. Regular posts offering walk-in clinics for the COVID-19 vaccine. No appointments needed and offered at different locations. The system even boasts vaccinating seniors ahead of schedule, offering shots to those 65 and even as young as 55. For those served by the VA's Central Western Mass system, Western Mass News has found it's a different story. As of this week, no vaccines are being offered to veterans under the age of 75, and they must wait for a call from the VA healthcare providers to schedule an appointment.
We're being told as much information as them, which is nothing.
The veteran service officer for Ludlow, Eric Segundo, says he's at a loss for what to tell local veterans who call him for help with their concerns and frustrations. You're not upset that veterans under the age of 75 are able to get the vaccine in Boston, correct?
No, not at all. That's a great opportunity for any veteran who can get the shot.
He says he's upset over the lack of access across the whole state.
Why are the veterans of Western Mass have to wait to get a phone call to be scheduled for an appointment?
Richard Askew is a Navy veteran from Ludlow. He says he received a call through the Central Western VA asking if he wanted to be put on a waiting list.
I told them definitely put me on the list, and they haven't called me since.
At 71, his only option now would be to travel to the Boston area or wait until the state opens up vaccine eligibility to those in his age range.
Boston's a long way to go. Can't we go somewhere in Western Mass?
The same services that are being provided on one side of the state should be equally provided in our side of the state.
Western Mass News reached out to the Central Western VA healthcare system, and a spokesperson says in part, quote, "We are vaccinating veterans to the capacity of our inventory and going to their homes when needed. Veterans may receive the vaccine at any VA location where it is available." But for those who can't travel, Western Mass News brought these concerns to Ryan Lilly, the director of VA New England Healthcare System. Lilly claims the Pfizer vaccine is being given out at Bedford and West Haven, Connecticut, because they can accommodate the ultra-cold temperatures that shot requires. He says the Moderna vaccine is being given out at multiple VA locations across the state, including Western Mass. And he says the New England VA system is given roughly the same amount of each vaccine.
If you're spreading the Pfizer vaccine across 2 sites and the Moderna vaccine across 6 sites, well, the Moderna sites are getting fewer individual doses each week, and Central Western Mass happens to be one of the Moderna sites.
However, Lilly claims the allotments are being shifted to afford Western and Central Mass more doses.
Somewhere around a 3-fold increase in what they've historically been getting per week compared to what they got this week and what they're getting next week.
Lilly says Western and Central Mass vets will have walk-in clinics by mid-March and a number to contact for help rather than waiting for their own phone to ring.
By next week, we'll be publishing a phone number that folks can call.
Until then, veterans who've been waiting to return to normalcy are doing what they can to avoid the deadly COVID-19.
I do want to get the shot. I want to stay safe as possible.
Now, Ryan Lilly says that he's planning for the week after next for there to be a vaccine clinic in Western Mass, and he says he's hoping that the West Haven, Connecticut location will be able to bring some of their doses up to the Western Mass area in order to vaccinate more veterans. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.